If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So it's all football talk this morning. A lot of people were watching wild card games yesterday. There's two games today?
2 games today, 4:30 and 8 o'clock, I think.
And they've moved the Buffalo Bills game because of the intense snow that they've had.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, a lot of people have that opinion, and a lot of people say, well, it's about the travel for the teams. And
Well, actually, the governor of New York said it was more about the safety of the people attending the game because they were expecting Saturday 65-mile-an-hour winds. The game wasn't until Sunday, which has got me a little confused. 65-mile-an-hour winds and another 2 feet of snow overnight, and they had they had completely banned travel in that county after 9 p.m. Saturday night because the weather was supposed to be so bad. So I guess they were saying they couldn't get the roads up to par. They couldn't get the parking lots orderly. They couldn't get the stadium ready because of the amount of snow they were going to have over the course of the night.
So women don't know nothing about football. That's what somebody said. Because the governor is a woman. A wicked, wicked, wicked witch of a woman.
they don't have a dome in Buffalo?
No.
Seems
just for these reasons. Because they want to play in the elements.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're building a massive brand new stadium that they may have already started construction on. And again, open air. They're not putting a dome over it.
Because they want to play in conditions like this.
Yeah. It would have been somebody said it would have been an all-time snow game if they had done it. I mean, it would have been
The
incredible.
amount of snow was pretty unbelievable to see.
It is fun to watch when they do that.
But Governor Miss Lady called it off because she doesn't know anything about football. Thank you, Governor Miss Lady.
And kind of football related, Taylor Swift is. People were very upset that she was dancing in the box during the Chiefs game over the weekend that was streamed on Peacock, which is a whole other issue.
Dancing how? What was she doing? Choreographed dances with Mahomes' brother and all
With
that?
the whole box was doing a dance. Like they were playing, I don't know what they were playing. The stadium was dancing, and everybody in the box was going like right, left, right. They were all dancing together. So
what's the big deal about that?
I don't know.
But Taylor ordered the entire crowd to do it?
No, they do it at the Chiefs game.
It's something they do.
Oh,
everybody was
well,
doing it.
She must approve of it or it'd be done.
Yeah.
You know.
They should start going to her and have her in like them.
I think they do. She runs the team now, which is great. They're doing much better with her leadership. I was watching the game of the Texans and who were they playing? The Texans and
Cleveland.
Yeah, the Joe Flaccos. And they, you know how they'll flash to the game coming up and they'll show players entering the stadium and all, and they're in their street clothes and here they know, walking in. They did that, and the first one they showed was Taylor Swift walking into the stadium.
Yeah, big Jack.
So
I mean, that just shows you she's running stuff.
So I looked it up. I knew this was part of the deal. Fly's swag surfing plays, and the whole crowd dances. Even the Chiefs themselves on the field do some dancing while they're on, because it's meant to be a moment in Kansas City for everybody to get hype. So she was doing what everybody else was doing, and now they're mad at her because they showed her on TV dancing with the people in the box. Leave her alone. She's not doing anything.
Yeah, thank her for allowing that tradition to continue. That's what you need to be doing. Because she could call it off at the snap of her fingers and it could be gone forever.
She's not doing anything wrong.
She's a benevolent dictator of the Chiefs at this point. She loves the people.
Last night was the Critics' Choice Awards, hosted by Chelsea Handler, and Oppenheimer won Best Movie, Robert Downey Jr. The Critics' Choice Award seems like 3 steps below the Golden Globes, which isn't even in like the top 4.
Yeah.
So I don't know who was watching the Critics' Choice Awards, and I find Chelsea Handler. I used to enjoy her late night show. I think she's funny, but she's got an edge to her now, and she's just like coming for blood. So she was on fire last night.
Bless her heart. I pray for her because she seems like she's just a miserable person.
We're gonna keep her in our prayers. Mm-hmm. And then today is the Iowa caucuses. Which I know a little bit about politics. I don't understand anything about caucuses. I don't get them. I don't understand them. This is where they pick the nominee for the party, I guess, but I still don't really get it. But the Iowa caucuses are today Trump way out ahead of everybody else, and then Nikki Haley and then Ron DeSantis. So I don't know what's going to happen. They said the weather in Iowa is terrible, so they are expecting that to play a role in how many people show up to the polls to vote. They think that'll affect it. So, and today's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's his birthday. And unfortunately for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he has to share the day with National Kombucha Day, which I feel like...
Yeah, they should have picked a different day.
The Kombucha Committee could have picked, 364 other days.
Don't you feel like there are days, at certain days, it's like, this should just be today. Like, today should only be Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Oh. Veterans Day should only be Veterans Day.
Yeah.
These days should be off limits.
I got a feeling that nobody in the kombucha business knows about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for some reason. I just feel like they're like wafy little white people drinking kombucha. And living in trees and things. But those are a few things that are now trending.
All right. We have a big late breaking news about some Ozempians who have hit a wall. And what happens when you're an Ozempian that hits a wall? Well, then you start screaming about lawsuits and stuff. We'll tell you about it coming up next.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it on the Ace and TJ family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hi, I'm Thomas Davis, and let me tell you why I'm a proud member of Team Neogenics.
If your nagging pain is keeping you from being active, do something about it. Join the long list of pros and average Joes who have found relief with our stem cell and regenerative therapies.
After trying all the others, I decided to try Neogenics. My knees and shoulders haven't felt this good since my college days. If you want to get back in the game, do what I did. Visit Neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain.
It's more than just a great room that makes the Hyatt-centric South Park Charlotte such a special hotel. It's the great restaurants, the great bar, the great meeting rooms, and a superior location. Make reservations and get details at acetj.com/Hyatt.
When it's time for you to upgrade any of the furniture in your house, the first thing you need to do is check out Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. You're going to love the people that run Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Go to acetj.com/mattress and find them.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show from the Calitrin Studios. Lose weight the safe and effective way with Calitrin. Go to acetj.com/weight loss to get details. Now, Ace and TJ. Ace and TJ.
Part of my New Year's revolution is to put up more of TJ's political shows on whatever we call that, Ace TJ Prime Plus. Soon as something hits me, just sit down and video myself throwing out the brilliance and then posting it. That's what I'm going to do. So you can be a part of that and receive said information for a small tuition to the TJ College for less than $5 a month tuition to the greatest educational institution known to anyone on earth, Ace TJ Prime Plus. And then we have other things that you're going to be privy to as well. Inside information about contests and, such as that. Extra programming that you don't get anywhere else. But it's programming that we've done. So that's the downside. But hey, it's less than $5, so whatever. acetj.com/prime. Okay. Everybody is, one of the hottest topics of the past year has been Ozempic and drugs that are like Ozempic. Ozempic. I mean, you see what it did with that Mike and Molly fella who is now named Bob, and he loves Abishola. I mean, he doesn't even look like the same person. Now nobody can lose weight without everybody suspecting there being an Ozempian. You know. So, there are more. We can't go through a bunch of examples here, but just trust me, there are a lot of people who are now filing suit against some of these drug companies because they're saying that they had side effects that they weren't warned about and so forth. Now, I don't know about any of the rest of them, but I do know that Ozempic, I don't think it has ever marketed itself as a weight loss drug. It's a diabetic drug for diabetes. And in their commercials and all, they say, and you could lose a little weight, and I lost a little weight. That's what they say. They don't say this is a weight loss wonder drug or any of that kind of stuff. So I don't know if when they get to court how that is going to be as a defense. But this one woman who claims that she used the Ozempic and her side effect is some type of stomach paralysis, which will give her the diarrhea for the rest of her life.
Oh.
Again, that's just what she's saying, and she's claiming it came from the drugs. Now, let's think about it. That sounds awful, is it not?
Yeah, pretty bad.
But if you could take a miracle drug and you took the drug for, I don't know how, 6 weeks, and after that 6 weeks, you were going to be the size that you've always wanted to be, but you're also going to have diarrhea for the rest of your life. Would you take it?
No.
You can eat anything you want. This is like I said, it's a miracle drug. You don't have to diet or exercise. You're always going to look the size that you want to look, but you're going to have diarrhea.
I don't think so.
I don't think I would.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
Diarrhea.
Would you, TJ? For the rest of your life, you're going to have diarrhea?
If we could make a deal where I don't have the cramping part of it, but just the diarrhea without the cramping, stomach cramps and stuff, I would probably take that.
Does that mean that for the rest of your life, to try to put it in context to make sure I understand, does that mean for the rest of your life, every time you eat, you want to right after that?
Maybe. I don't know. It's just that, if you take the definition, it means frequent.
Yeah.
Take the diarrhea definition. And so
Because
frequent trips
Yeah.
to the bathroom and then, the other gross stuff that we won't describe. Yeah, I'm taking that.
No, you would never enjoy eating anything again because
Yeah, I would.
But you know what's going to come after that. Like every time you eat, you know what's coming next.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I mean, you would know what's coming, and then you just be like, okay,
with it.
well. See, now that's why they need to bring me in on their defense team here, the drug company, so that I could explain how that's would actually be a good thing for some people.
It's great.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I can make it,
Yeah.
I'm not having accidents and stuff.
Ooh.
You can still
No.
eat and enjoy everything that you want.
Oh.
It's just that you won't hold on to it very long.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Not every time after you eat, you've got to plan for, okay, after this, I've got to make
Well, I don't think
accommodations for this.
Is it going to be immediate? Like within how long?
I'm guessing you're not going to know. It's going to be a surprise every time.
Well, I mean, if we're building up a hypothetical here, we can negotiate, little parts of it.
I'll take the diarrhea as long as I can control when it happens.
I don't think that's how it works.
If you would take that deal, then send us whether or not you would, send us a DM or something on the social medias. I'm just curious. I can't be the only one that's not completely on shutdown, walkaway mode on this deal.
Yeah. I'm sure there's somebody else out there.
Yeah, there got to be some other smart people out there. And then I also have a theory of what's going on with the big butts in our society, the women and their big butts.
What do you mean?
I have a theory of what's on the horizon for the big butt women.
Okay.
Coming up next.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ Family app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. You know, this one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her, her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right, cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies. When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to BradhamBrothers.com.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All righty. If it's one thing people say about me, it is that I know how to communicate with the young people. That's what people say to me. I'm like the best youth director there is when it comes to communicating with the young people of U.S. America. And that is no hat. That's the truth. No hat, as the kids say.
TJ, the best communicator with young people. There he is.
So there is a woman in the news today. Her name is Naylene Ashley, and she's 34, which is not young. I'm not speaking about that as speaking to the young people. That's a grown person. And I'm not sure, but I think they call her an influencer, but I think she's also an at-home porn peddler as well, I think.
Meaning she does OnlyFans, you think?
Yeah. But anyway, she's decided that she is finished with plastic surgery and enhancements, and she's, talking about how she made mistakes trying to be all of these things, to be the perfect, have the perfect body and all this stuff. And she's through with it. She just came to the realization she's had 9 surgeries, and she was trying to get the biggest boobs and butt that you could get, in U.S. America, which she did. She had so many breast augmentation surgeries that they pumped her up as much as legally possible in U.S. America, up in her bosom.
Wow.
And she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. I mean, she is. And she's tatted, to hell and back. But that doesn't mean she's not beautiful, But she said she went through all of this stuff, and she went through this time in her life when she thought she had to have the biggest butt and the biggest boobs and all of this stuff. And she was dating a guy that kept saying, you should go bigger, you should go bigger. So now, speaking to the young people, the young women's, I know it is in style, so to speak, to have a big old butt. You know, like that Kim Kardashian. That kind of started the whole trend. Little in the waist, but she got much back, is what we would say from Sir Mix-a-Lot in the 90s. You know that cool song, kids. Baby got back, little in the middle, but she got much back, meaning a little waist, but a big old booty. That will go out of style. Just like all trends do go out of style. So it will come back in style for people, women, to have smaller buttocks. So if you're going out in your 20s, which, by the way, Gen Zers are having more plastic surgery now. Wow. That's the fastest growing generation for plastic surgery and procedures. So in your early 20s, if you decide I'm going to get butt implants and I'm going to get the biggest butt I can get, then before long, it's not going to be in fashion for you to have a big butt. So do you simply just go get the implants removed?
Yeah, just take them out.
Then you got to do some rebuilding, don't you?
Sure.
Because they'll want the skin on the buttocks to be stretched all out and looking like a road map and all that.
I don't know for certain, but I would think so.
Just get it reversed. That's not the solution. Sorry. Just get it done, but then get it reversed.
But I wonder though how much longer, because it's been a trend for a while, so it can't be, popular for that much longer. I mean, it's almost, I think, run its course. The big butts.
I don't think it shows any signs of slowing down right now.
Did bigger boobs ever go out of style?
No.
Once they got popular?
Nope.
But you think this is different?
I think one of the things with the butts now, though, is that more and more people are building them. They're working hard in the gym to build them.
No, but I'm specifically talking about the big ones with the implants and all of that. Not little muscular ones that women build, so to speak. But those are going to go out too.
Okay.
So then they're going to have to just flabby them up. They want, men want little flabby butt. But see, it's like, Riggin, you can't imagine yourself looking at a girl and saying, oh, wow, look how little her butt is.
No.
You can't do that.
No.
Me? I can. Because we're from two different generations.
Yeah. But you've waged war on the big butts. I don't condemn anybody for like a small butt.
Well, that's because I'm be trolling people and all.
Oh, I think you believe it. It's fine. Everybody's got a preference.
No, it's just I don't prefer a huge butt. I don't. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like a flat butt either, or whatever. You always you and Alexis make out like all I like is flat butts, but that's not true. But I don't like a huge butt on a woman as far as my taste and preference if I would be dating a woman or being married to one. Yeah, because sometimes it looks just like disproportional.
It can, I agree.
Mm-hmm. But what's it going to look like when some of these women in their 20s have gotten these big implants and stuff? Then they get to be in their 50s and small butts are back in style. And they've got big gumbo bowls in each cheek. That's not going to look right.
Yeah, but maybe it helped them get the man of their dreams, and so he's always going to want it like that.
Now, a really good man doesn't want a big fat butt.
Really?
No, a big surgically enhanced butt. A good quality man does not want that.
Okay.
That'll be the man. If he likes all that stuff and that's what he wants, he'll be a man to leave you desperate and destitute. Trust me on that, kids.
Got it.
Okay. Long as you got it.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern. Live on the Ace and TJ Family app or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.
Today, every company is a technology company, but becoming a fully enabled digital workplace is not easy. That's why you have CompuCom to guide you, a proven leader in managed IT services. They'll do more than just get you ready for today. They'll get you ready for tomorrow. Go to CompuCom.com for details. Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
Join the Stowe Family YMCA for the 2023 Fall Festival Family Game Night. It's a nostalgic night where board games come to life, featuring trunk or treat, arts and crafts, a bounce house, and more. It's Friday, October 27th, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Stowe Family YMCA. Get more information at gastonymca.org.
On your phone, on your radio, in your car, on your iPad, on your computer, and on the Ace and TJ Family app. Anytime, anywhere, for your entertainment. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Now, you know the phrase, anything becomes a weapon. This is a prime example of that. But you notice the saying doesn't go, anything can become or anything does become a great weapon. It just says weapon.
Okay, good point.
It doesn't have to be a great weapon. And this is what this falls into for this story. Heather Neely. She's 58 and she was arrested last month because she had an altercation in her residence. Now, she's a licensed psychiatrist, okay? And she was charged with battery on a person 65 years or older, which is a third-degree felon. Now, the person that was supposedly the victim of this is a 70-year-old ex-husband. So she was in an age gap marriage like you, Ace.
Okay.
But they had split up, but they were still living together in the house. And they said they were arguing, and she grabbed a handful of bread from the loaf and put it in water in the sink and started throwing it at him. And that was the assault on a person 65 years or older. So she's using soggy, wet bread as a weapon. So right there it shows she didn't mean to hurt him. She wasn't trying to hurt him.
And he called the cops?
Mainly just tried to gross him out, I guess, to get him to go away, because that would gross me out. If somebody's hitting me with wet bread,
I would be way more grossed out than hurt. So, but he called the cops?
He called the cops, or somebody, maybe a neighbor or somebody called the cops. And when they got there, they saw he had evidence on his shirt that he had been hit with wet bread. But I think the story is back in the news now because the charges have been dropped. But while they were waiting on all that, the judge ordered her to have no contact with the victim and to surrender any firearms, weapons, or ammunition she possessed. She pleaded not guilty to the battery charge, and then she also had to wear a continuous alcohol monitor. So she had a blow and go on her person all the time, I guess. Man. Just for throwing wet bread at somebody. Come on now. But the prosecutors have declined to pursue the felony case against her.
Okay.
No junk.
Wow. Take that. What a weird thing to think of. I mean,
but she's a psychiatrist, so she may have been thinking, she's obviously against spanking. Yeah. So she didn't want to hurt the old person, so she soaked the bread first.
It also, things might have gotten crazy, and she wasn't really thinking. She just grabbed whatever was close and didn't give it any real thought.
Oh yeah,
that happens.
That's
sometimes.
Right. We should have turned to the expert at the beginning.
That happens. Come on. Riggins and Now Trendy coming up next.
Get Ace and TJ anytime, anywhere, at your convenience with the Ace and TJ Show podcast. Available wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ is next.